Good evening, teacher. Nice to meet
Evening.
you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you today?
Today I'm pretty good. Thank you.
Good. Glad to have you in class, Jasmine. Hope you're ready for today's speaking class. Let's go ahead and begin. Let's start off by answering some questions. What do you buy for each celebration? What do you usually spend the most money on?
Uh, for each celebration, I usually spend the most money on gifts and clothes.
Okay, so gifts and clothes for each celebration. And what do you usually spend the most money on?
I think I spend the most money on gifts for friends and family.
Yeah, yeah. And which one would you say you spend more for, Women's Day or Christmas?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah. Which holiday do you spend the most amount of money on?
Ah, uh, on Tet holiday.
Okay, on Tet holiday. Is it necessary to spend a lot of money on these occasions? Why or why not?
Uh, in my view, I think it is necessary to spend a lot of money on these occasions because Tet holiday just takes place one time per year. This is
Yeah.
an occasion to me for me to spend time and give okay sorry send my love and
Yeah.
appreciation to member families. So I think
Yeah.
I need to spend my money for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with you. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss spending habits in celebrations. Let's begin by having a look at your lesson objectives. In this lesson, you will talk about your spending habits in celebrations and talk about factors that influence spending in celebrations. These are the lesson objectives I hope you achieve. Let's continue with our discussion. What celebration do the photos represent?
I see Mid Autumn Festival.
You are correct. We can see some mooncakes, some lanterns. This is Mid Autumn Festival. What are the common expenses in this occasion? What do people spend on?
Uh, On Mid-Autumn Festival in Vietnam, I see people usually spend money on food and
Mhm.
decoration.
Food, decorations. Do people buy gifts?
Um, yes, but not much. Uh,
Okay, all right.
yes, I see people usually buy gifts to sending colleague and company, not
Okay, very nice.
families. Yes.
Okay, colleagues and companies. Okay, so this is Mid Autumn Festival, and you said people spend the most amount of money on decorations and food. Okay, do you and your family set a budget for what to buy for Mid Autumn Festival?
For me, I do. I usually set a budget for what to buy on some occasions in Vietnam. Yes.
Okay, so you set a budget of how much you want to spend. Do you or your family often exceed or go over the budget, and on what things?
Yes. Sometimes, usually on the Tet holiday, I often exceed the budget
Yeah?
for gifts gifts for gifts from my family. Yes.
Okay. So you exceed your budget sometimes when you are buying gifts for your family. Okay. Very nice. So you say you do set a budget, but sometimes you can go over when you are buying gifts. Okay. Let's move on. Can you name one thing that you are willing to spend extravagantly on to celebrate Tet? Okay. So if you have to think about one thing that you are really willing to spend extravagantly on, what would it be?
I think definitely gifts.
Okay, gifts. And what do you think? Like, what's your reason? Do you think it's okay that you are spending extravagantly? Like, why would you spend extravagantly on gifts?
Uh, because in Vietnam on Tết holidays people usually dress up and I want to buy clothes for my parents and my brother uh,
Mhm.
to um, this this my reason.
Yeah. So you don't mind spending on your loved ones. Very, very nice. Okay. Tell me, is your spending during Tet influenced by cultural expectations and how? I'll give you a few seconds to think about this one, right? Cultural expectations are behaviors or actions that your culture expects you to do. For example, if people are expected to give lucky money in Tet holiday, you feel like you also have to give money, lucky money on Tet holiday. So the question is your spending during Tet influenced by cultural expectations? What the people around you are doing? I'll give you 30 seconds. Think about it, and then you can tell me. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you are ready, you can begin.
Okay. Mm, I reckon sometimes in the excitement of Tet celebration, it's easy for me to overspend and exceed my intended plan.
Mhm. So, do you think you are influenced by cultural expectations? What people in your country are doing and spending on?
Oh yes, I am. I think you know on Tet holidays, adults usually uh, give lucky money to children. Uh, I have graduated and now I'm work and I can make money. So I think
Hmm?
I need to give lucky to my relatives. So uh, it is a cultural expectations in Vietnam.
Yeah, very nice. Lovely example. Tell me, what are the consequences of overspending on Tet holiday?
I think when I overspend my budget, I usually feel guilt and regret and a little sad. Although
Yeah,
I think I spend a lot of money to the right reason for family and
yeah.
for my relative. Yes.
Yeah. I think sometimes when we overspend and then maybe at the end of the month you don't have enough money, then you regret why we spent so much, right? Okay, very nice. Lovely conversation. I want to go through some feedback with you now for your first speaking activities before we move on to your next speaking activity. Your vocabulary accuracy was lovely, and your attempt to use advanced vocabulary. Nice grammar. You use grammatical features correctly. Your tenses and word order were very good. Your pronunciation, you were able to pronounce your words clearly and correctly and make appropriate intonation and linking. And of course, you were able to complete all of your tasks about spending habits on Tet Holiday using the suggested structures that I had on screen for you. Very well done. Thank you so far for sharing with me about your spending habits, right? What you spend extravagantly on. Let's move on to your last speaking activity for today. If you look on screen, you will see Vietnamese Women's Day. Now, for Women's Day, there will be a lot of promotions, maybe a discount or buy one, get one free. I want to know from you, there are a lot of promotions for this celebration. Do promotions encourage you to spend more and why? When you are speaking, you can use the structure on screen. To me, it seems that give me one or two reasons. Why do promotions encourage you? Or why do promotions not encourage you to spend more? And give me examples. I'll give you a minute to prepare. When time is up, tell me, do promotions encourage you to spend more? Yes or no, and why? Go ahead and start preparing.
Explanations. Ex-
Jasmine, when you are ready, you may begin.
okay. It seems to me that promotions are an important factor that makes me spend more on celebrations. An explanation for this is promotions give me a sense of getting more value for my money, which can be difficult to refuse.
Mm-hmm. Any examples? Can you give me a specific example where you weren't tempted to spend too much?
Yes, example, for instance, on Vietnamese Women's Day, many shops usually offer many promotions. So when I go to buy gifts for my mother, I usually buy items that has promotions.
Very nice. Lovely. Thank you, Jasmine. Excellent speaking in today's lesson. I want to go through some feedback with you now and give you some advice on what you can do in future to further improve your English speaking. Let's go through it together. I think your vocabulary accuracy is excellent. Grammar accuracy is also really good. Pronunciation, nice and clear for me to understand. Fluency needs a little bit of improvement. Remember, no matter how good we are at English, we always need to improve our fluency. So, Jasmine, I can see that you are already speaking English really well. I don't know if you are already doing your other longer English classes online, but this is what will help you to further improve your fluency. Whatever you learn in your English classes online, you need to be practicing whatever it is that you are learning in your classes, right? The only way to improve fluency is through conversation. Jasmine, if you have a friend, a family member, a colleague, someone you know that is also learning English, try and have a conversation with them. Just 5 or 10 minutes every day. Use the grammar that you are learning in your online classes when you are speaking. Hello, how are you? How was your weekend? I went to the coffee shop. What did you do? Practice your tenses, your grammar, your English rules, everything you are learning online. Something else you can do to improve your fluency, learn new English words. You can do this by watching YouTube videos, by watching English movies or programs. With YouTube videos, you can listen, repeat, pause, listen, repeat, and you can do that over and over again, right? I hope this advice will help you, Jasmine, and I hope you will use it in the future, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I
See you
hope that
soon.
I will see you in the next lesson. Thank
I hope so
you.
too, Jasmine. Take care.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye bye.